going on YouTube? Welcome back to Living Life Fast. Today we're back at Evolve Automotive to collect this bad boy right here, my BMW M5. The engine's obviously been fully built. Imran told me to take the car away, put a couple of 100 miles on the freshly built engine. The car's still not been tuned. It's probably gonna have a baseline map, but obviously as soon as I put a couple of miles on, Imran can then start doing the proper tuning. So we need to do like a pump map, the meth map, the race map, all of them maps Imran will do very, very soon. Got man like Hashish.
Going on, you good?
What are you saying, bro? LLF gang? So yeah, I don't know where I was at, but Raza, the man who built the engine, he's actually returning to the USA tonight. So we'll have a final little chat with him. You guys seem to enjoy the conversation we was having last time. I've also got a couple of more questions to ask him. So yeah, let's just get into it.
Your car's all back together, running. We've done some miles in it already. I went and filled it up.
Full tank?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Get you to put some miles on that.
Yeah.
And then we can start tuning. I've been tuning mine for the last week. We're almost at the limit of pump fuel.
Okay.
And then I'll do race fuel next week. I think I've got like just over a quarter tank to get through.
Yeah. Well, I've seen some interesting times so far. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
We need a plug.
Need a...
Ricky's the plug.
No, we need the real plug, bro.
Nah, man.
I seen you on the internet. You look real cute in person.
So you guys are still building engines in America as well, aren't you? I see
Yeah,
the
my
white
guys
shop.
back home are still doing stuff.
Yeah.
So they're holding it down over there.
So Raza doesn't normally get his hands dirty anymore. It's a special
Right.
treatment.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah. Done all week, man. Bullshit.
What, how big's your house, Raza, man?
My house, man, I don't have a house yet. I'm still living at home. It's thug life, man. None of y'all pay your bills.
So, Raza, I noticed the stickers on my back window.
You gotta understand, we don't give those out to people, so you got lucky.
Okay.
You won't find another car in the UK with those on there, so.
Charge coolers, so we're running stock system, right?
We haven't had any issues with charge coolers. We did finish a set that CSF is working on, so those should be done any day now. With the COVID and everything else going on, they've been delayed. We've increased, I believe, those 30 to 40%, somewhere along that line. They haven't been tested yet, so whenever those come out, we'll find out. I mean, the methanol right now is more than enough for where it is, but even with the charge coolers, we still run the methanol because you'll never get to the temperatures that you get with methanol with just charge coolers.
Right. But what's your background, man? Like,
I went to school, University of Texas, Austin, aerospace engineering. Did stuff for NASA for a little bit. We did vibroacoustic load testing. Worked at GM for 2 weeks. I quit because it sucked, so I moved out to Detroit. Worked at GM powertrain, didn't like that, left there. Worked at Honda for 2 years, did engine development there. That was fun. That was probably the most fun I had at a job. Probably my first and real job where it was day-to-day based. They gave you pretty amazing dyno cell, multi-million-dollar dyno cell to work on. I've had this company for 10 years now. I mean, we're kind of not exclusive, but we're kind of low-key about it. We're not really blasting the internet, posting videos or whatnot. The guys that have M5s, they'll find us. I've been in the M5 world for 10 years. Like I was explaining to you earlier, there's shops that purchase parts and there's shops that make parts. We make everything. We're not purchasing stuff online. If there's something that we need to make happen, we make it happen. So from CNC, so you could say we're a full one-stop shop in that sense, where reverse engineering, CAD work, CNC milling, welding, plasma cutting, you name it, we've probably got all of it at the shop. If we don't, we just buy it. So it's it's kind of it's turning into a little budgetless project at the shop. So
man didn't know.
You got a set of inventory index.
What?
And a bonus too.
Like that, Imran. Jeez.
So your engine's all back in. All the parts that we showed in your last video, Raza's installed with the help of Aston and Hash. Meth kit's installed. That's the third build you can hear just starting up there. So your meth kit is injecting into some throttle body adapters that Raza's made up. So they're the same ones that I'm running. And your meth controller is in, the little cubby hole next to the driver's seat.
I never knew that.
And your tank is at the back. The controller you can leave unless you want to purge the system. So say for example you're at quarter mile or VMAX and you want to do 60 to 130. Just before you do the run, you hit the purge button. It just gives it a shot of methanol.
Will you be doing that?
Everything down. Yeah, and then you can do your run, then it'll actually come in at a certain boost level.
Bro, basically man's got nods, yeah? This is baby food right now.
Yeah, at the moment. And then the engine's good for 15. These turbos maybe just over 1,000, and then the up-rated turbos, when he does the housings, probably 1,200. As soon as he gets back, he's gonna be working on designing the housing to make it less restrictive. So what he'll probably do is that is going to be a cast part eventually, but he'll probably machine our ones just so we can basically get them on the car quick and test them out for him. This is the beginning.
This is the beginning, yeah.
The engine's built for much more.
Hey, what, bro?
We gotta find some British pipe plug.
Where are we gonna find them, man?
I don't know.
Fucking hell. We get some on the ranch.
A couple of more questions.
Yeah.
wanted to ask you about fueling.
So fueling for now on this car, we haven't really hit a limit. It's 350 bar system. The F10 was a 200 bar system. So based on that alone, we know that we're good on the fueling. We also use the methanol as a fueling additive. So we run straight meth. We're not mixing it. There's no boost juice, none of that. It's running straight meth. So the meth will help you pick up some. Truth be told, you'll run out of turbo before you'll run out of meth or fuel on this car at this point. So for now, fueling's not an issue. We have a port injection kit that I've been working on that will have the extra nozzles for methanol, for port injection meth, port injection fuel, nitrous if you really wanted to go that route. So it'll also replace the manifold. So this is like the limit of this car, manifold-wise, because we've blown up 2 manifolds on my personal F90,
which is running
around 36 to 40 pounds of boost. Jeez. So 32 to 34 is where these get to, depending on how the boost comes on. So it's kind of where we left you with this. So.
YouTube channel, right, Ricky?
Yeah.
Sounds like I need another guy on the payroll.
Yeah.
Ricky, you want to move? Hey, mate, what are you doing over here, mate?
I've been down the shop and buy myself some bread, mate.
You may have noticed my poorly neglected Nissan GTR hopefully will be starting any second. I'm in contact with Boost Logic. We're just sorting out the color coding for the engine bay, like the intake manifolds, like the M5 Sleeper Edition. We've got some exciting visual mods going on with this car soon. I'm just gonna hold that one down. Nah. I don't know what Raza thinks this is, man.
The power I'm making now, I was almost at that level with race fuel meth on the standard turbos.
Yeah.
But it's like, how long is it going to last at that level? And to push further, we know the rod's a weak point, like 700 torque is kind of where we've limited them. And you know, you speak to Raza and you see the loads of stories of bent rods on F10 M5s, and these are no different really. We already know of quite a few, not our cars, but we know of quite a few cars that already bent rods on F90s because everyone thinks they're stronger. They whack up the torque low down and they don't last very long. I mean, the car's not been out that long, so
that's what I was saying, is that this gauge, what we want to do is develop something where it sits up there. So we'll slide this gauge up there. So start the car, and then whenever you're racing or whatnot, it's nice to be able to purge it where you go like this. See?
oh shit.
That tank's right there, so real easy to fill. So we use a little spot where no one puts anything there, man. The meth is all hidden, there's no wiring, none of that. So
Sweet.
all of it's there. It's got a level sensor in there, so you shouldn't, like I said, but we'll probably put a little LED up there for you until we get you set up with the gauge pod. So you can see how air intake temp's 35, outside temp's 25, 26. So this is just idling right now with the car. So we'll rev the car up a little bit to purge the system, get it up to about 3,000, 4,000. Just purging. So you can see how the meth got extremely aggressive in the car. It's 15 Celsius is the air intake temp. Now it'll start to rise back up.
Right, so I thought I'd say this to the end of the video. I know a lot of you are wondering what happened on social media the other day. So quite a simple situation. I'm going to make it as quick as I can because I ain't got time. I'm also shooting this on my phone. But let me just clear up a couple of things, yeah? So for starters, let's speak on the guys who built the car. So the guy you met in the video today, Raza, he's the owner of RK Auto. This is the guy that DMO's been atting on Instagram, yeah? What he's done is, after my car's been built, he starts calling out DMO. Not calling them out, he's just messing about, trying to provoke a race, yeah? DMO's always saying he's got a 1000 brake E63 or it's having hybrids and stuff. Fuck, I don't even know. This guy's got a pretty fast E63. I don't know the exact power figure. There's been no dyno figures. We know my M5 is around the 1000 horsepower mark. Originally I thought it was going to be 1100, but it dynoed about 878 wheel on pump fuel, yeah? So my car, I haven't done a race map. My car's running around the 1000 horsepower mark now, yeah? So anyway, DMO's now arguing with this Raza, and the next day, DMO was at VMAX. I get sent messages saying, what's going on? What's happened to Imran's M5? I'm thinking, fuck, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking, fuck, is it blowing up? So now DMO, he's now telling everybody that Imran's car has blown up, the engines fell out. I don't even know. This is what people are messaging me saying, that his car's blown up and it's gone in limp mode. I ring Imran, he's like, nah, the car's fine. I don't know what you're on about. Like, I think he had like some small little glitch when he tried launching, but the car's fine. So what I did was I went through DMO stories. I look and he's literally just RK Autowerkes, dead 30-40 grand build. He knows this is my build, by the way, innit? He's like, dead 30-40 grand build. It's slower than the stage 2 M5. Because basically Imran did a faster time last time with his stage 2 tuned M5. But what DMO's not getting is that there was a 40 miles per hour headwind at VMAX. So everybody's top speed was massively affected. There was a 1000 horsepower McLaren, which should have been doing probably way faster than 215. There was a 1700 horsepower GTR only doing 215 as well. So everyone's speed was affected. The Imran only did 206. But it would have definitely been a lot quicker if there wasn't a 40 mile an hour headwind. For some of you that ain't too into cars, you may not get it, yeah? So DMO's basically calling out this car. Remember, this is the car that I turned up in at night, yeah? So DMO's talking about I didn't turn up in my car. I turned up in the car that DMO's saying is slower than a stage 2 M5. I'm moving forward. I'm going through DMO stories. And he's like, I like Ricky, I like Imran, but he's just taking digs at the build. Listen, DMO's within his right because, as I say, RK spoke shit. I even messaged DMO after. Like, bro, like, what can I say, innit, you know? He's violating it because he knows it's my build. He's indirectly trying to, I don't know, not trying to say he's trying to call me out, but he's blatantly trying to put dirt on the build, innit? So anyway, I thought, fuck this, let me call DMO out. Let's have a race, innit? Everybody wants to see the M5 versus the E63 anyway. It's been a long time waiting. Okay, maybe DMO ain't running hybrids, whatever. I don't know what spec his car is, but an E63 versus M5 is the clear race that I was trying to make happen. I fucked up. I'm going to hold my hands up. I fucked up by taking the piss and saying I'll race in my GTR. Listen, if you don't follow the channel and you don't know me, then all I can say is I was being sarcastic. I know for a fact DMO's E63 would have gapped the GTR. The GTR is slower than my stock M5 when it was stock. Yeah, GTR did 100 to 200 in like 7.4 and the M5 did it in 7 seconds flat. You watched the start of DMO's video where he was gapping a stage 2 M5. Why am I going to sit there and think that I'm going to beat him in my GTR? That was a clear joke. I was just taking the piss, yeah? Anyway, moving back to the point, we all know what the race is. It's M5 versus E63. I mentioned my car's going to be ready in 5 days. Clearly, I said that in my stories. Let's race on Wednesday. DMO's like, nah, let's race tonight. I'm like, I can't race tonight. My car's not ready. So what can I do in it? Some man's are like, why'd you call him out? Listen, I said I'll race you in Mexico. I'll race you on the airfield in 5 days time when my car's ready. When I said I'll race you in 5 days, what do you think I'm talking about? You think I'm talking about the GTR? I'm talking about the M5. This is such a simple situation, but certain people want to just talk the most shit on social media. Sorry about my language. I don't really talk like this on my channel. I try to keep everything clean. I built a brand over 4 or 5 years, and I'm not going to resort to these low, scummy style levels, yeah? So this is going to be the only time I'm going to speak on this. So anyway, DMO, he ain't having it. He's like, nah, I want to race you tonight. I'm like, cool, let's race them, but it's not going to be my M5. It's going to be an absolute twin of my car. So the same car that DMO's chatting shit about, talking about how it's slower than the stage 2 car, this is the car I bring to go race him in. So, okay, it's not my car, but this is the same car, remember, that he's saying that the engine fell out, it's slower than the stage 2 M5. Remember the stage 2 M5 he raced at the beginning of his video? He's saying that it's quicker. He's saying that this is slower than that car. So, I don't get it. This guy now has a loophole out of racing the same car he wants to disrespect earlier on in the day. Yeah, he's right. I didn't have my M5. Maybe I should have spoke a little bit later. But the simple fact is, he disrespected the build, which he was well within his right to. That's why I called him out and said, let's have a race. It's a simple situation, guys. So that's it, really. I don't even know what else to say. I come in a twin of my car. We're talking exactly the same build. Built together. You know what I mean? We're not talking some random bod. It's a stage. No. These cars, like, forged engine, same turbos, running methanol injection, same tune, same everything. Like, exactly the same car. And furthermore, this is the car that he's taken the piss out of all day, saying how slow it is. And man don't want to race. So anyway, he pulls up. He don't want to race. He's like, where's your car? He knows for a fact I'm not in my M5. I don't know how he's edited his video, but it was very clear to DMO that I was not going to be in my M5. But anyway, look, I've booked the airfield for the 6th of October. Forget the other day where I was talking about racing in Mexico. We ain't racing on no motorways. Let's go race in a controlled environment. I've got the airfield booked for the 6th of October. I'll send DMO the location. This isn't an invite for anybody else. This is for DMO. Come with your camera guy. I'm going to come with my cameras. Yes, we're racing for 5 bags. If you're not going to bring 5 bags, forget about it. Let's not even race, yeah? The race is for 5 bags. M5 versus E63. Forget about the GTR. Forget about the Hellcat. Forget about the Honda Civic. It's a simple race. Airfield. It's a half a mile. We'll do 3 races from a dig, and then we'll do 3 half a mile rolling races. Simple as, guys. There's nothing else to it. I'm going to send DMO the location. If you don't want to race, that's fine. It's cool. You do you, I'll do me. There's nothing else to it. So guys, look, I'm going to end the video in a sec. As already mentioned at the start of the video, I ain't going to entertain the situation. This was a simple call out. Let's have a race. M5 versus E63. I don't know what DMO's on, putting up hour-long videos. I didn't come with no cameras. I ain't got time. Yeah. 6th of October. Let's do this race. Guys, in a bit, yeah?